Okay, so hello, folks. My name is Jason Peters, and I am here and I am guest reporting for Status Coup live at Eastern State Penitentiary here in Philadelphia. Some background on what is going on. Sorry, I'm getting used to this setup with the mask headphone setup. So, what we have here going on is another George Floyd Black Lives Matter police brutality protest. And we are at Eastern State Penitentiary, which is a prison that was shut down a few years ago and is now a popular Halloween attraction. And much like they gentrified the prison, they have also been gentrifying the neighborhood of Fairmount, where it is located. This is one of the richer areas in Philadelphia, which is likely a topic of protest. This protest is set up by the Free People Strike and the Free People Movement, which is a group of 12 people on a hunger strike that are hunger striking for people in prison to get them out of prison. That is why we are at a prison today. Some background on the Philadelphia protest scene. We had riots on Saturday night, ATM explosions on Sunday, but those have all been night activity done by not exactly protesters, but outside parties, except for Saturday. Saturday was protesters nonetheless. But the ATM explosions, I think, is a little unfair to pin on protesters because they're at like 11 o'clock at night. Regardless, the mood here at the Eastern State Penitentiary, things are timid, things are quiet. I haven't heard a lot of yelling, a lot of chanting, a lot of screaming. It's very calm. People are sitting around, and I'm about to head in there. Likely people are very tired because close to 10,000 to 15,000 protesters showed up yesterday, so I would assume that folks are tired. Please subscribe, smash the like button. Once again, my name is Jason Peters at jpeters2100, a writer for Philly Weekly, guest reporting here for Status Coup. Hope all is well, and we're gonna go in there. I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what we got going on. Whoop. All right, well, so here as we move, this is the penitentiary to my left, police barricade down Fairmount Street to my right. 1,000 people or so. I was standing over on the opposite side of the block for like 10 minutes, and we managed to amass close to 1,000 people in that time. I try to talk to some people. Excuse me, guys. Do you guys mind answering a couple questions for me? I'm reporting live. So take this. The microphone is this piece.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So talk to me. How many of these protests have you been out here, and what brought you out to Fairmount today?
This is day 2 of the protest, but our activism just out here. It seems good. It's not. I can say this. It's not organized. We don't know where to go. So the information we're getting is from friends. If there was a platform we can go to and check.
Do you know who's in charge of this protest?
No, it's all from friends. We're getting information.
Would you like to know who's in this?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this protest is being organized by the Free People Strike, which is a group of 8 people. I have nothing to do with them.
Okay. Okay.
It's a group of 12 people that are on a strike, that they do hunger strikes for people in prison. So I guess that the prison is symbolic, even though it's shut down.
Yes.
So 8 of the 12 people currently on hunger strike are set to be here. But aside from that and their activism, I do not know much.
Okay. Okay.
So were you guys at yesterday's festival?
Yes, we were.
How was yesterday compared to today?
Way more people than yesterday than today. I don't know, a lot more, like I said, organized. It was just like more people knew what was happening. More there was a platform.
There's multiple protests throughout Philly rather than one large.
Yeah. See, we went to the one in Center City. The cops came and dispersed everybody, so we came to this one.
Wait, there was a Center City protest?
There, at City Hall.
And they dispersed everybody?
Well, we were there, and then they all came. So like the National Guard and stuff was there. So we just came here.
Okay. What do you guys know about this neighborhood?
We used to live in the neighborhood years ago. It's a good neighborhood. It used to be all Puerto Rican. It's diverse now into everybody else. It's still the same, believe it or not. Nothing really changed besides the supermarkets around.
Do you have any thoughts on the defund the police movement, stuff like that?
I think the protests are good, but we've been doing this for years and years now. It's time to rewrite the Constitution, rewrite the whole thing. This is like, it's going to help, but we need something bigger. The Constitution is outdated, extremely outdated. So start from there, and then we can start from the police.
Redo the whole Constitution.
The whole Constitution, absolutely. Or rewrite it to the terms to now. We're living in the 21st century, and that document was written when? Think about it. It's like Shakespeare. It's Shakespearean art. It's like, do we still really look at that on a main level, or is it elevated to something we do now? You know what I mean?
So what do you see happening after these protests are done?
I see. That's the thing. I don't know. It's a lot of it. It's like, I see police reform. That's going to happen, but police are still going to be police. People are still paying cops privately. We're not even, that issue hasn't been touched yet. We haven't talked about black cops acting the way white cops act. We haven't talked about that. We haven't talked about how some ethnicities come to different neighborhoods and attack them. There's so many things. It's a broad span to this. So it has to, right now, I don't know.
Okay, well, thank you. What is your name?
So my name is Sophia.
All right, well, I'm from Status Coup. If you'd like to see this later,
No problem.
just type it down. I'm gonna yank this.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. Thanks for talking to me.
Ooh.
Oh, how you doing?
Very, very informative.
Okay, no, I'm a journalist. I'm just here to ask people questions, buddy.
Yeah, my name is.
You gotta hold that
How
for
you
me.
doing?
Don't hold it in your hand. Hold the wire above it.
Okay, thank you.
Got it. And then hold it up to your mouth.
Thank you.
Okay.
How are you? My name is Fred Burton. I'm the son of a political prisoner. His name is Fred Muhammad Burton, who has, for the last 50 years, been incarcerated during the Rizzo era, during the Black Panther Party
Say his
era.
name one more time.
Fred Muhammad Burton. He is
So what happened to him?
He was sentenced to life in prison after excuse me, after a park guard had got shot and killed, unfortunately, right here in the park right around the corner, Von Collin. It's an unfortunate death, but my father had nothing to do with it. Because of his affiliation, they had one witness, which was actually the wife of one of the defendants, and they purged her to say that my father committed this crime. After she wrote and exonerated my father initially during the preliminary hearing. So they withheld evidence, the courts withheld evidence from my father's case, and he has been in prison serving a life term for 50 years.
He's been in prison for 50 years.
Yes, he has.
How old is your father?
I'm 54, so he's 74.
And he's been in prison since you were a child?
Since he was 23. My father was married with 4 children, a house, employed for Bell Telephone. He has a set of twins, my youngest brother and sister, and then there's a sister underneath of me. Her name is Fila. And it's unfortunate because of the system.
What have you done in efforts to get your father freed or to plead his case?
Right. August 17th, we have a new court date with the Honorable Tracy Roman, Brandish Roman. She seems like a very, very nice woman and a very nice judge. My father's lawyer, his name is Jonathan Gettleman from California. He actually is the son of one of my father's second lawyers, Paul Gettleman. So for 40 years, Jonathan basically has been trying to free my father. We have a court date. Cecil B. Moore actually was one of my father's lawyers. So this is very political. Unfortunately, this is the system. You're giving these, Rizzo was like, we're all giving them life. We don't care. You know, this is the Rizzo era. And you know what he symbolized, racism and police brutality. These brothers, the organization that my father was associated with, had breakfast for the black communities. They stopped gang war and had the brothers come together so that they can organize in the neighborhood, stop police oppression, the whole thing. It's unfortunate. It tore our family apart, you know.
Got it. How did it feel to you to see the Rizzo statue come down?
It was overwhelming because it should have been down. How can you represent racism and police brutality? How did
you feel when the Rizzo statue went up?
I was disappointed, and once again, that's been all my life. You know that someone is innocent, and the courts always come up with something else to say why he should stay in prison, when in actuality, they withheld evidence to say, hey, he was exonerated, he should have never been there. it was one witness, and she was the defendant's, one of the defendant's wives. And it's just unfortunate, you know?
Okay, could you say your father's name one more time?
Sure.
And let people know.
Fred Muhammad Burton. He's up Somerset Prison, SCI prison. His number is AF 3896, Somerset.
Okay, well, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
If you, how would I be able to look for that information?
Well, we're from Status Coup. My name is Jason. I'm from Status Coup. I'm a writer from Philly Weekly. Do you have social media?
I'm Old Head Fred on Facebook.
Old Head Fred on
Yeah.
Facebook. Well, just Google the word Status Coup and Eastern State Penitentiary, and it should come up. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Status Coup, COUP. Okay. Not a problem, buddy. Well, that was the son of a political prisoner here at Eastern State Penitentiary. I'm out here talking to protesters and different people. My name is Jason Peters. I'm a guest reporter, writer for Philly Weekly, freelance writer, and smash the like button, subscribe, etc. All right, I'm going to show you what the crowd looks like here. You got that. Thank you, Super Chat people. Learning what a Super Chat is. Well, here we go. Admittedly, this seems to be less organized than the other ones.
On behalf of the injustices and the inhumane conditions that those who are elderly, vulnerable, who can't come home and not being allowed to come home. It doesn't matter the age. Everyone falls under that category. So what we are doing here today is to demand that those individuals be released from prison. We come from a personal experiences. We have letters from those behind the walls that begged us, right? We have signatures of those begging us for their help. So we thank all y'all for coming out here today to help us help them. Today, not only will it be peacefully making some smoke, as I call it, just making a little bit of noise to get some attention. You know, you'll be hearing letters from those that wrote crying for our help. You'll be hearing stories of how they are being treated inhumanely. They can't have any type of communication with their family. They're locked in 24 hours a day. As Mr. Yvonne Newkirk often gives this analogy, imagine being in your bathroom, not a luxurious bathroom, a regular bathroom. Somebody say regular bathroom. Regular bathroom. Just a regular, but in that bathroom, you have everything that belongs to you. And if you're lucky, you may have a window. Although you may not have a window in your bathroom, you're able to come out and be free. Everything in that room belongs to you. You're in there with a toilet, a mirror, a metal desk, if you're lucky, and 2 beds. And if they're overcrowded, you might be on a boat on the floor, having to smell and listen to everything your cellmate do. How? Because I've been there. And I think that it's wrong that those who are behind the walls are being held hostage just for residual income. I think it's corporate corruption. Right. death sentence without a hearing, without a fair trial. That's not fair. They're being subject to little, if at times they said no food because there's a shortage. Yeah. Yeah. You know, they're having to live with those who are affected, unfortunately, by COVID-19. That's not cool. That ain't cool. That's not right. So today we're going to demand that Governor Wolf and those who have the authority, demand that they release the elderly. Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Free him now! Free him now! Free him now! Free him now! We're gonna shut him down! Shut him down! Free Mumia! Free Mumia! Free him now! Free him now! Free him now! Free him now! Or we're gonna shut him down! Shut him down! That's what needs to happen.
I'm a member of the MOVE organization. Let's go, Mike. You see me carrying the sign of Mumia Abu-Jamal. When we talk about police violence, Mumia is a victim of police violence. Here in the city of Philadelphia, you don't get a clearer example. Mumia Abu-Jamal was targeted by these police, these racist police, because he speak the truth, because he talk about the injustices in this system. Mumia Abu-Jamal was a target because he talked about the truth of what was happening to the MOVE organization.
Speak on it.
Mumia.
Speak on it.
Mumia has been a target since he was a young brother because he has always valued speaking the truth and has always done so. Mumia had been targeted by the system and their police since he was a teenager, when he was a member of the Black Panther Party. Yeah. Woo! Give it up for the Black Panther Party. The system is controlled by pressure. John Africa taught MOVE people that if you don't keep the pressure on the system, they will not move, they will not change. They did not end slavery because the people of this that control this system wanted to end it. They ended it because there was so much pressure from the people that they could not keep it going the way they had it going. And the same way, you see police officers kneeling as if they are standing or kneeling with us. They are trying to pretend that they are with us. And they're not doing that because they believe in justice. They're doing that because people have rose up across this planet by the millions. in Buffalo, New York, where 2 police officers shoved a 75-year-old elderly man to the ground. The man stumbled backwards. He tripped because of their shove. He fell and he hit his head. And when he hit his head, blood began to leak from his ears. When I saw that man hit the ground, I shed tears. This system does not employ the police to serve or protect anyone. The reason that the police exist is to control the people from destroying this system once they realize that they've been oppressed by this system. The ultimate act of police violence could best be seen in this city on May 13th, 1985.
Come on now.
These police that claim to serve and protect the people flew a helicopter over my family's home. The helicopter was armed with a satchel of C4. This satchel was dropped from the helicopter by the police. That C4 landed on the roof of our home and exploded. And the bomb ignited a fire. The fire was allowed to burn by the police that claimed to serve and protect. Within the house that was bombed were 13 people, including 6 children. As the fire burned and the people began to flee the building, these police that claimed to serve and protect shot the people back into the burning house. That building burned all night long. The people that tried to escape were shot and picked up and thrown back into the fire by the police that claimed to serve and protect the people. Of those people that were shot and burned to death by the police were 5 children that I knew and loved and was growing up with. These police do not serve, they do not protect, they brutalize the people and try to force us into submission. And we are here to say that we are here to fight back. I will bring us back to Mumia Abu-Jamal. Mumia Abu-Jamal had been in prison because he spoke out about the injustice that was happening to Mu. He is a journalist who told the truth and did his job well. But because the police wanted to silence him, they wanted to silence that information, they targeted him and put him on death row, where he lived for 28 years until the power of the people rallied and forced him off of death row. And now, with the pressure that the people have built in supporting Mumia because he is innocent, we have forced the system to admit and even apologize for certain things. Over this last week, we have seen the statue of Frank Rizzo removed. We have seen the mural effect of Frank Rizzo painted over. And now you are hearing these police officers saying things like, what he represented doesn't fit the direction that we're going in. What I will say about that is this. Apology without action is meaningless. Do not apologize and remove a statue while continuing to uphold the unjust sentences of the people in prison. They can keep the statue, but free Mumia. They can keep the statue, but free Russell Schultz. They can keep that mural, but free JoJo Bowen. See, this is what the system wants to silence. They want to silence the information because with the information, the education, people are rising to action.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And they want to stop this knowledge, which is why they want to stop Mumia, because the way he presents the truth is more than they can handle. Mumia Abu-Jamal has had people come before the judges for him to say that they are the real killer, but the judges paid him no attention. There are people, the police officers, half of the police officers in the case with Mumia were brought up on charges for misconduct, and the district attorney on Mumia's case was disbarred for prosecutorial misconduct. But Mumia stays in prison. Why? Because he speaks the truth, and the system do not want the truth out there because they want to keep people enslaved with apathy.
He's a threat.
Oh, no. He is a threat.
He's a threat.
But we are here today, moving in unison with all of the other protesters to stop and end police brutality. We are going to defund the police. We are going to disarm the police. We are going to disband the police. I appreciate you listening to me. You cannot know how deeply gratifying it is for me to see the tables turn. In 1981 and 82, when I was a little kid, we had support, but it was not like this. So I appreciate you, I support you, and I love you for it. On the move! Defund the police! Defund the police! Defund! 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 On the move! On the move!
Once again, y'all, my name's Jason, Status Coup. Smash the like button.
Quick, I just want to say one thing. Fuck this prison and all fucking prisons. This is the world's oldest penitentiary, and you know who was the first person to be put in here? A black man named Charles Williams, who stole a gold watch, supposedly, and did 2 years in solitary confinement. That's who this prison was built for. And that's what we need to tear down. Because nobody should be going to prison for stealing a watch or for anything.
Tear this shit down. Plantation in prison.
Real quick, I want to invite, there's some of us who've been going on a hunger strike these last few weeks. Anybody who has been striking in solidarity or fasting, please join us up here for a moment if you're willing.
Everybody participating in the hunger strike. Can you join Jackson in the middle, please?
All the people in front of us are currently on a hunger strike. This is who put together the protest today.
We are part of a growing movement that's saying nobody should be in a prison cell, right? And right now, people are serving a death sentence in prison because of COVID-19. And there is no reason that the governor cannot sign a piece of paper right now and release all of them, right? So as a collective of individuals, we all decided that nothing will change until our bodies are on the line out here, because they don't care about people inside of prison. And as a white person, I also know that nothing will change until white people are on the line. So all these people you see up here have been on hunger strike, have been fasting, and we invite all of you to join us. Today is our second day of solidarity fast. You can join us, look out on everything for Free People's Strike, because it's time to free the people. Free the people! Free the people! Free the people! And now we're gonna march.
Mike, do you mind talking to me? I'm from a press outlet called Status Coup. It's a progressive news outlet. I just live streamed your entire speech. Okay. Do you mind talking? Sure. All right, I'm going to hold this up on your face because this is the microphone. Okay.
Real quick.
Okay. I'll wait a second.
Anybody has any help conditions that folks know about, can you please let the organizers of this event know?
I'll send it to you. Do you have, what do you
Y'all
got?
met it. Maybe that might work.
Oh, yeah. We're live.
Try
400
something.
people are
Please
watching.
don't be out here hurting. For my fellas out here, if you are new to organizing or maybe you've been here for a minute, I'm going to demand that we limit all harassment of our women out here, please. We've had some incidents. We're going to be unified in principle.
Last time you said, I know y'all thirsty.
And I also want folks to know that our demand to abolish prison is in tandem with our demand to abolish police. They go hand in hand. I'm going to get started with a tag and we're going to start moving. Walk slow. Some of y'all might have.
Walk slow, walk hard.
Everybody else is doing it. What's
up, bro?
The pigs are not hood.
Ain't no good.
Pigs are not hood.
Ain't no good.
Pigs in your hood.
Ain't no good.
Pigs in your hood.
Ain't no good. Arrest the police.
So don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
So don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
So don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
Mike. Mike. I'll be with you later.
More speakers, but right now we're going to start moving. Let's move, y'all.
Okay. Just give me a minute right over here. Oh, sorry. All right.
Tasia, you marching? I said you marching?
School starts now. I'm about to go to herbal school. I gotta start.
Okay.
Yeah. But let me know what happens.
Who that?
One.
Yeah. What's up, man? Nice shirt.
All right.
All right. I'll see you guys soon, okay?
Excuse me.
Mike,
I'm sorry for bothering you. You gotta dap everybody up. I know. So to people nationally who may not know who you are.
I'll talk to you, Tasia.
To people nationally who may not know about MOVE or who you are, could you please summarize the MOVE movement and what you've got going on and what has happened to you?
My name is Mike Africa Jr. The MOVE organization was founded by John Africa in the early 70s. And the mission of MOVE is to protect life. And when we say life, we're talking about people, animals, and the environment. Having that belief is dangerous to the system because the system makes a lot of money enslaving life, like animals in zoos, like nuclear power plants built by the river, and enslaving people with these prisons. So, MOVE talks about that, and we speak about it, and because of it, we've been targets.
Okay, and who is this man that you have right here?
This is Mumia Abu-Jamal. Mumia Abu-Jamal is a journalist who spoke out, who told the truth about what MOVE was saying, rather than lying about what MOVE was saying like the news media can do sometimes. And as a result of him telling the truth, he was targeted as well.
All right, well, thank you. Go ahead. Sorry. Thank you for your time, buddy.
You give me my information? My name,
yeah, take all your
you can
information.
get me at MikeAfricaJr@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it to you. You said it live on camera.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can reach out to me at MikeAfricaJr@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MikeAfricaJr.com.
My name's Jay Peters, 2100 on Instagram. I'll reach out later today.
Reach out to me.
I'll send you this video.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right, y'all. So, back to what we just saw. Can I get a water, buddy? Thank you, sir. No, thank you, bud. Who we just saw was Mike Africa Jr., the son of Mike Africa, head of the MOVE movement. The MOVE movement, you just heard Mike define. It was bombed in 1985 in West Philly when the FBI and the police teamed up to blow up poor neighborhoods in West Philly that they saw as getting out of hand. Now we are marching through the gentrified neighborhood of Fairmount. About, I'd say 2,000, 3,000 people. I'm gonna show them off and show off the marching route a little bit, and we'll be back around. Please subscribe, push the like button. Caress the like button. Be gentle, hand sanitizer, masks, and thank you for the people donating. I didn't even know YouTube had that capability. Things have really changed.
no peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
I'm gonna run to the front of the crowd real quick. I apologize for the out of breathness. Sorry. Skirt! No peace. You're good. My bad. Excuse me. Do you mind being interviewed? It's called Status Coup. It's a progressive news outlet. Okay.
to wait with find a spot in this march. But
This is the mic.
okay.
We're low budget.
Okay.
It's me.
Fine.
So what brings you out here, and what is this collar?
Sure. So I'm the pastor, and I'm the clergy person at Chestnut Hill United Church. And I'm come here today to join the protest in solidarity with Black Lives and to defund the
I
police.
keep seeing a lot of movement chaplain. What is that
Yeah.
about?
So clergy who are in support of the movement to be in protest to look out for the well-being of all. So make sure that we keep an eye on how the police are interacting with protesters.
Okay, so kind of like a legal observer.
A little, we can play lots of roles, but we're mostly there to just like care for people. And like, for instance, if people need someone to talk to or need like emotional or spiritual support, we're here to support that too.
All right, thank you very much. On the move.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Could you explain the sign for me real quick?
Yes.
I'm a part of the press.
Yes, my name is Dana Lomax Williams. I'm representing CABI, Coalition to Abolish Death by Incarceration of Delco. And Governor Wolf is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, I think that's awesome. That's what he's demonstrated, because he has the authority and the ability to only put a signature on a piece of paper. And he refuses. He refuses. He is in jeopardy of all those who are behind the walls that are subject to COVID-19 getting it. He's giving them a death sentence. It's just not right. It's just not cool.
And what is the name of the organization that you're with again?
CABI Delco, Coalition to Abolish Death by Incarceration.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Whew. Whew. Hey y'all, I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick and I'm gonna post up at this corner. Once again, my name is Jason Peters at JPeters2100. Guest reporting for Status Coup. Philadelphia, writer for Philly Weekly. We're at a protest led by the Free People Now movement. Oh, smash the like button. I'm a member of the press. Does anyone know who Ronald Coleman is? My bad. Looking for. I'm live. I can't Google. It's gonna be hard to interview people as they're moving, but I'm gonna try to get some. Excuse me, buddy. I'm a member of the press for a progressive news outlet.
Okay.
Would you mind talking to me about the hunger strike?
Yeah,
I'll walk
absolutely.
next to you.
Yeah.
All right. This is the mic. So
Okay.
Can you hold it or hold it by your face?
That's fine.
All right. So you are one of the leaders of this protest. Can you talk to me about the hunger strike you're doing?
So the hunger strike was started as a collective of individuals from a coalition of organizations to call on Governor Wolf to release thousands of vulnerable prisoners from prison during COVID-19. We've endorsed demands and we've sent them to Governor Wolf, and he has yet to respond.
How do you feel about supposedly having a progressive mayor like Mayor Kenny, but having the city still go through problems like this?
Well, we've seen over 400 people arrested in the protests these past few weeks. Why are they sitting in prison where they're more vulnerable to COVID-19 right now? Especially if they're innocent till proven guilty, why are they going to serve a potential death sentence in a prison cell?
Got it. Do you have anything else to say to the
So-
500 people watching?
I was on hunger strike for 9 days. We are asking people to join the Free People's Strike. You can see us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. We're asking people to join us in solidarity for a day of fasting or whatever you can manage. And we are part of a larger movement. As a member of the Human Rights Coalition, I believe that all people have rights, even those who are incarcerated, and that includes the right to live and not be killed in a prison cell.
Okay, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Excuse me. I'm a member of the press, and I see you out here watching this. Do you mind telling me do you mind answering a couple questions for me? That's absolutely fine. Have a lovely day. Whew. So we talked to, I don't know how much you all can hear with holding the thing. Hopefully the audio is better today than yesterday. We got a microphone. Oh, sanitize the mic. We are. I'm doing what I can, people. So, to anyone joining right now, we are live. My name is Jason Peters. I'm a guest reporter for Status Coup. Please use the like button. Do one of these weird donation things YouTube's got. Subscribe, share it on Reddit, 4chan, email it to your grandmother. We are in Philadelphia, headed down Fairmount Ave to Broad Street. Oh shit, we're at Broad Street. So Broad Street is one of the is the major road that runs through Philadelphia. We're approaching it, and there seems to be a shit ton of police ready for us who are likely aware of our route. We started at Eastern State Penitentiary, a prison that has been gentrified into a Halloween attraction in a neighborhood that has been incredibly gentrified as well. Fairmount's really nice, but it's very gentrified. So the leaders of this were the Free People Strike, a group of people on hunger strike, as well as the MOVE movement, John Africa Jr., and the Delaware County People for Abolition of Death or Incarceration. We just spoke to them.
Death by incarceration.
Death by incarceration. Yep. Thank you very much, buddy. But here we are, flipping around. We're approaching Broad Street. Excuse me, you're holding a sign for the Human Rights Coalition. Could I interview you?
I'm actually not a member. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, understood. Yeah. Gotcha. Hey, buddy, you seem pretty aware of what's going on. Can I interview you? It's called the Status Coup.
Oh, Status Coup?
Yeah.
Isn't that Jordan Sheridan's thing?
Yes.
Oh, you're with the Status Coup?
I'm a freelance guy. This is my second day out here.
I mean, yeah, you asked me questions, but in any case, you can actually talk to the organizers themselves.
I have.
Oh, you did?
We're on like an hour of the live stream.
Okay.
Just talk into the mic. You don't have to put it
Okay.
together.
Okay.
Okay, so no, you don't have to. Yeah, you just talk.
Yeah.
So you're aware of Status Coup, so you know it's a progressive site. What do you think Status Coup watchers should know about what's going on in Philadelphia right now?
What we have right now is an out-of-control police department that's willing to use chemical warfare on peaceful demonstrators, trap them up against walls, and torture them for no conceivable benefit whatsoever. At the same time, what we have is a mayor and city council right now that's trying to reduce the budget for social services enjoyed by the working class and relied on by the working class in order to live a decent life in the 21st century. They are trying to cut that budget, including eliminating the entire arts department, eliminating the entire arts fund, reducing funding for affordable housing, and they're doing that by increasing the police budget by $19 million. That is unacceptable. What we need is to defund the police and invest in our people right now.
Are you going to be watching the funding town hall tomorrow?
I certainly will be.
All right, do you have anything else to say about what is going on? What has brought you out here? Are you affiliated with any groups?
I am a member of Reclaim Philadelphia, Lilac, and Philly DSA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Status Coup later. Check it out. Are you a member of the Human Rights Coalition?
Yes. I'm also one of their partner organizations.
Would you like to speak? I'm a member of Status Coup. We got 500 people streaming right now. Just hold the mic by your face. All right, so what's your name, buddy?
I'm Reverend Chris Jimenez. I'm the Executive Director of Healing Communities. We're a faith-based criminal justice organization, and we're a part of the Human Rights Coalition.
So who organized this walk today?
So it's mainly by Human Rights Coalition and Free the Vulnerable, which is all about making sure that folks who are the most vulnerable in prison right now are freed in the light of COVID-19, and are also, just no reason for lots of people to continue to be there. There's no way to socially distance in prison. There's no way to, things like hand sanitizer a lot of times are bad substances. They don't have proper soap. They don't have the ability to get away from anybody else. They're locked in their cells, sometimes 24 hours a day. That 40 minutes doesn't happen for everybody every day.
I'm a Philly Weekly reporter, and I wrote the cover story about the prison upkeep, and they're not getting out for days at a time.
Yes,
and many of
they're not eating. A lot of them aren't fed regularly. If you're not awake when your food comes to the door, they're not waking you up. You just don't eat.
So, what do you think about the recent budget set for the city of Philadelphia?
Well, I think it's a tone deafness on the part of the mayor to think that it's okay to cut everything else, vital services to every community, but yet want to increase funding to the police, possibly as much as $19 million. It's just, you obviously aren't listening to your community, because your community's saying defund the police.
What do you think is to come after these protests are done?
Well, you know what? I don't know if they're going to be done anytime soon. Because at this point, the people are tired, and we're going to keep talking, we're going to keep marching, we're going to keep protesting, we're going to keep showing up at city events, we're going to keep bird dogging them, we're going to keep letting them know, and then we're just going to keep talking until the change comes.
Okay, do you have anything else to say on the movement?
We're just glad to be here. We're glad that we have so much support. We're glad that finally people have risen up and taken back their power.
Okay, all right, thank you, buddy. All right, yo, I'm gonna take a second to talk about give some context to a lot of the things we're seeing. So, something that seems to be a major focus of these, a major focus of this particular protest is prison reform. For Philly Weekly, I did an in-depth report on how the one prison facility in Philadelphia is handling the coronavirus pandemic. And at the end of my study, I recognized that 80% of the people tested for coronavirus in the Philadelphia prison system tested positive for coronavirus in the system. They were not doing any contact tracing. They were not sanitizing chains and shackles. They were leaving prisoners in their cells for days at a time, as well as former state representative Movita Johnson Harrell, who kept a detailed journal and was aware of prison rules and actually mailed her journal entries home. And we used that to confirm everything that correctional officers who spoke off the record to me told me. And I spoke with union representatives, and the overall prison system in Philadelphia has been ravaged by coronavirus. And the thing with the city prisons is that the city prisons are mostly filled with low-level offenses, people with marijuana crimes, people that can't afford bail. So you have people that are locked up for parking tickets for 2-3 years, exposed to things like the coronavirus in Philadelphia prisons, which are Curran, Fromhold, Riverside Correctional Facility, CFCF, and one just called Detention Center. But that's a lot of what they're talking about. It's not just about defunding the police, but it's also about letting out the elderly or the unjustly locked up get out of prison. People don't matter, a commenter says. Please like and subscribe. Smash the like button. You know, support Status Coup. Support me, J. Peters 2100. I'm gonna get back in front of the protesters, see what's going on. Are you a protester or press? Are you protester or press?
I'm not pressed. No.
What?
I'm not pressed now.
Would you like to be interviewed?
Not really. Go ahead.
So just hold the mic in your hand, or I can hold it up to you. All right. You don't gotta put it in your hand. All right.
I know you probably can't hear me through the mask.
Through the mask.
Okay. All right. All right. Got you. All right.
Are you a consistent protester, or is this the first time out?
It's not the first time, but no, I don't do this consistently. No.
Got you. So what brought you out here if you're not a consistent protester, and as close to your mouth as possible?
All right. Ask the question again.
So what made you decide to come out here today?
Well, like you, I'm here filming this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not pressed. I'm just working on a project of my own.
Got you. All right,
But I knew Mike Africa was going to be here. Say that again.
Do you have any thoughts on what's going on, like the whole general movement?
I mean, it looks beautiful, man.
Okay. All right. It seems like you don't got much to say, bud.
No.
Oh, well, I appreciate you.
All right.
not everything is great. Yeah, I don't know. Just a sign. There you go. Hey, yo, D-Ray! D-Ray! You want to get interviewed? If not, I'm live right now. I'm live. I got 500 people watching. You want to? All right. Yeah, you just got to talk in the mic.
What you want? I don't know what this. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'll just hold it up to your mouth. All right. So what brings you out today? You got
protesters. No. I'm just here to stand with the protesters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it take a rocket scientist to figure out this shit is wrong. We talking about human lives. This isn't about white and black. You know, this isn't about blue versus everybody else. It's about right and wrong. You know what I mean? We talking about a human life.
Are you a consistent protester who comes to a lot of stuff like this, or is this one of your first times out?
This is my third one. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is my third one since it started. Started down with the one by the Art Museum, then the one at City Hall in front of Frank Rizzo. And to everybody out there protesting, please understand this shit is working. Keep applying pressure. You know, at the end of the day, the government shouldn't be afraid of anybody but their people.
Do you know about the Philadelphia's new budget coming out and the budget increases for the police?
Yeah, and that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. You can't take care of statues of Frank Rizzo and take down murals and still fund the police that way. The whole point of this is to make sure that the police aren't militarized and funded to a point where they can't be stopped by any fucking body. Watch out for this bike, bro.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Do you have anything else to say about what's going on today and what you've been seeing in Philly? Because this is a national audience that does not know Philly very much.
I mean, listen, they talk about the city of brotherly love. That's what this shit's about. You know what I mean? You see people, your cameras done called it, people all different colors, people all different walks of life. Like, this is what this shit is about. It's time for this country to make fucking good on its word. It's freedom for all.
I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Of course, bro.
See you out there. Okay, y'all, we're approaching Callow Hill and Ridge Ave. That man I just talked to was Daryl D-Ray Reynolds, a basketball player who played on the national championship Villanova 2016 team. My phone is on 20%, so I gotta sign off for today. I wanna say thank you for watching Status Coup. Hit the like button, share this, donate, subscribe, do everything you can. My name is Jason Peters, at jpeters2100. I'm signing off from Philadelphia at the Free People March and Protest. Thank you for everything. Have a lovely day, y'all. Yeah, I guess that's it.